Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Jason Koike from Diverse Publishing, looking at Prototype for NEXUS, about which I know nothing.
Okay,
well,
so I'll tell you.
Let's start from the beginning here. There's a lot of stuff.
This is just a small fraction of what the game is. It's a large game. It's cards, it's role-playing aspects. It's a 17-inch by 17-inch game board that's made out of plastic and is textured with grooves. The setting, it's a 1v1 arena combat game with futuristic space barges where these events take place, and we have fighters that we call helots that battle each other to the death in these death matches, pretty much, and in far-off space. And it's a crazy, dark, grim world where all different dimensions converge. So you have a lot of these alien creatures, and it's a bleak look at the future in this far-off space sector.
So we each have our own. We have our own champion, or we have a team of champions?
So here's the interesting thing about the game. You're actually the owner of these fighters. And the fighters are called helots, and you're actually the Lannister. And so you have like 3 helots that you put into battle, and while you're battling, the barge is kind of like its own character. And has its own unique traps and hazards. We have dart columns and floor saws that the crowd loves to see the helots dismembered by the hazards.
That's right. Doesn't matter how or who, or they can do each other.
So creating this game, me and my buddy Scott, we've known each other since 5th grade, and we were big into role-playing games. Of course D&D, but we were also into Blood Bowl and RuneQuest and all those old games. Heavily influenced this game. We have a nostalgic vibe here going on, where we do black and white art, and we have the pen and paper character sheets like the old role-playing games. And we just felt like, as cool as everything is nowadays and everything that's coming out, it's like we wanted to harken back to those old days of sitting around and leaning over and seeing what the dice roll is going to be. This is very heavy on the dice roll. It's not made to be competitive. It's made to be have a storytelling narrative, and you're just having fun and watching the crazy scenarios play out.
So what is the book we're presenting here?
So we're going to offer
history of the world, and
it's lore, it's rules, and the other interesting thing about our game is you can play a one-off version of it as a board game, but we've really designed this to be kind of like a role-playing game where you carry on a campaign or tournaments, and your characters build up, and as you build up and level up, you can use these we call it influence cards. And so those are weapon cards. We got weapon cards, hazard cards, turning point cards. Well, these influence cards are how you level up, and you use them almost like an instant card where you surprise your opponent. They won't know which ones you hold. So, but as you level up, you get more of those. And then these here are the turning point cards. These have the really cool art. We kind of laugh at these. They're almost like Garbage Pail Kids. Everything's pulpy and over the top. There is crude humor in it, and it's a violent game. It's definitely for mature audiences. It's not for kids.
It's definitely going with like an EC style.
So if you notice too, we have a lot of different art styles. We have the black and white, we have the color, we have some art in here that looks like some of the more modern stuff that you see. Here we got full color splash pages there. And we like the idea of having the artists have their own vision of the game, because we've always been into that imagination-driven games where, and we love seeing artists have their own interpretation. So, I know a lot of games, they like to pick one art style and stick with it, but that's not what we did with this. We wanted to show it from different perspectives. So it drives home the fact that when you're playing this, you kind of make it your own. It's your own game. It's your own world.
So how do we initially get the helots? Are we drafting or creating, or are they characters that we're building up? Or?
Okay, so a fun way is you roll on the motivation table.
Okay.
Motivations is our way of doing classes pretty much. And we have like the supremacist and the zealot and the hoarder. And so you roll on the motivation table and it'll tell you what helot you get first. As you level up, you can buy your own and choose. But it's random at first, and you got to take whatever you can get.
Right, because you're just starting out, I imagine.
You're just starting out,
yes.
But as you level up, of course, you can get armor and weapons. Like I said, you get more of the influence cards. And along with the role-playing aspect, we wanted to give everybody a lot of options, different things to do, attacks. You can grapple your opponent and throw them into traps, and I mean, we made it kind of generic where we have like wild attacks, standard attacks, focus attacks. And so by doing that, we want people to be dramatic when they're playing the game and saying exactly what their attack is doing.
Right.
Almost like you're playing a role-playing game.
Okay. Is there more you're going to cover? That's related to the...
Yeah, so these are the miniatures here. We're going to do an August 1st Kickstarter. Mm-hmm. We're going to offer a lot of different versions. We know, again, we want everybody to be able to tailor their game experience to what they enjoy and what their needs are. So we're going to offer plastic and resin versions. We're going to offer painted and unpainted versions.
Okay.
So
it's a huge investment there.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? The gameplay, or this is these cards related to the layout?
Yeah, those are the hazard cards.
Right.
We're just here at Origins. We're going to be letting people demo. And we're here with our artists, which is really cool. We took a road trip up here. This is our first big, convention. Right. We got the August 1st Kickstarter. We're just trying to get people introduced to this world that we created.
Okay. All right. There you go. Something else we got?
Oh, one thing too I want to mention too. So it's pen and paper to use the character sheets here, but we made it where you don't have to roll up your character. It's kind of pre-printed,
right?
So people can just dive in and start playing.
Okay.
And it's kind of like BattleTech, where you can hit different locations and things like that. Okay. But it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's not meant to be a competitive game, but it's supposed to be in-depth and fun, and it's just fun watching the way the matches play out.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate your time.
Thank you, Jason, for the introduction. Obviously, there'll be a lot more coming when you're actually launching.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much for the overview of NEXUS. There we go. I have no box to hold up.